Adam, thanks for making some time for me today. I appreciate it. I wanted to take some time before I take off for summer and make sure that I understand kind of where you're at. You're halfway through 2026. I think you've been in this. I've been involved 6-8 months, and now you're almost a year and a half as CEO, and I thought it'd be a good time to really just kind of stop and look back at first part of the year, make sure I know how I can help in the second part of the year. But take me through, if you don't mind, this, maybe the last 6 months, but even if you have to look back the whole 18 months, I'd be interested in kind of what you're seeing and how you're feeling.
Thanks for taking the time as well. There's been a lot that's going on at POA over the last 18 months, and definitely over the last 6 as we've entered into 2026. And we continue to look at how we can evolve and how we can be a better company for our employees and a better company for our customers.
Well, you framed your kind of keynote in January around these 5 Ps. Is there one of these that's standing out as a highlight for the first half?
Partner Not Pitch is really POA's go-to-market strategy, with really understanding what our clients' needs are today, which is changing quicker than ever before, with how fast technology is moving, with how fast AI is getting entered into the economy and into everybody's day-to-day. Our ability to go in and listen to the customer, ask questions to figure out what it is that we can do to help them make their business more effective and more efficient with technology, rather than going and trying to push any one given product on them, is really important to me. And we've seen great success with taking that approach of just going in and asking great questions, and the customer leads us down the path of what it is they need and where we can help them.
Teach me a little bit about how you're evolving AI inside POA.
Yeah, so AI is such an interesting conversation because, again, I think it's hitting the market and hitting it fast, and it's evolving incredibly fast. So about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, I challenged our internal folks to make sure that we were prepared internally to bring on AI into our organization, which they took that challenge on. And we found out, though, throughout that process, that there was a lot of things that we needed to do internally to make sure our environment was secure enough to really bring AI in. And so we had to make a significant financial investment and a significant investment in time and knowledge to figure out how to do this, and our team did that. So we've been actively using AI in our environment for about 6 months now, and it was a perfect case study, for our team to learn how we could do this so we can execute to help our customers, to bring an AI readiness offering to them and help them, bring AI into their environment. And
how do the sales team members get into these other discussions when the core you celebrated 50 years last week, when the core is print? How does that evolve? How do you create the discussions? And tell me a little bit about how you're going about cyber, for example.
Our ability to make sure that our customers understand that we've got an infrastructure that we've built over many years that can help them in all those other segments of business is really, really important. Whether it be our managed IT offering, which is growing at double digits. The threat of cyber is getting worse every single day, or the opportunity that happens is happening at a high level. So again, our ability just to communicate that our reps have the tools that they need and that they're prepared to go out and talk to the customers to make sure that they understand that POA does that and does it well.
What's going on with expansion? How do you think about that in the next 6-12 months as you're kind of recapping the first 18? You've had a few that you've shared, you've looked at a few. What's going on, and how are you thinking about that strategically?
So we acquired 2 companies, the first one being MKC Next. They focused on commercial grade wide format equipment, so flatbeds, wide format equipment. And they were one of the best independents, and I would say had the best reputation as far as an independent was concerned across the company in this space. So POA, we're in that business and we do pretty well there, but we looked at this opportunity that we could really change the game in the service and delivery of wide format across the country. So that one's really exciting for us. We see massive growth in this area for us, and we believe that we can be a resource and a service provider for a lot of the dealers across the country that might be looking for other opportunities or other options other than just the ones that are presented today. The second one is a company called Western Business out of Redding, California. And obviously Redding, a smaller market, but played really well for what POA's goals are, which are, it closed the gap for us between Medford, Oregon and Sacramento. So now we cover and have no gaps in that service area, and just gives us the ability to provide a better level of service for our customers in that geographical territory. So really excited to have them on our team. It's been a pretty smooth transition overall. And we think that there's big opportunity in that market, for POA.
What do you attribute the success of the company to? What are you thinking about, for yourself in the next 18 months? Kind of take me through a past, a current, and a future state of POA and Adam Pritchett.
The company has got such an incredible foundation that's been built over the last 50 years. We've been fortunate to be the largest independent dealer in the country for many years now, and again, it really comes down to the tenure of our people is unbelievable. When you look at our leadership group and the people that we've got leading this company every day, the tenure and their commitment to their people and to our customers, I think is the next level. I don't think there's really anybody that compares to POA at that level. And a leadership and management team that genuinely buys into the development of their people and that really care about the level of success that their people, can obtain in their career. And so when you look at that all together, I think that's one of the things I'm most fortunate about, that I was fortunate to come into this position and know POA. Obviously, I've been at POA my whole professional career, so I didn't have to navigate the relationships of people. So for them to just step up and continue to do what we've always done, and quite frankly even turn it up another degree, has been a huge part of why we've continued to succeed.
I like it. Thanks for the time today. I appreciate you giving me a little once over of what's on your mind, and looking forward to the next 6 months.
Thank you. Appreciate it.